We're going to be graphing two variable equations. Last week, you learned how to solve two variable equations, and we concluded that there are an infinite number of possibilities. And I only last week made you do 3 of the possibilities.
Oh.
Today,
now we're doing infinite.
I'm going to make you do the infinite number of possibilities. You are going to have to do infinity today. So, here's the process you're going to do. I need you to watch. I am giving you y equals x plus 3. I'm telling you to do these 3, -2, 0, and 2. Are you with me so far? And I'm going to give you a better process than we had last week. I'm suggesting you use, yes, a grid. Because Zach loves grids. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put our x values right in here. We're going to put the y equals x plus 3 here. And we're going to put the y value there. What's the very first x value we're going to do? Which one does it say?
0. Or no,
-2. So we're going to put -2 right here. When we do that, where in the world do we put that -2 in the equation in the middle here? Where do I put it? This was from 4 points. In the x value. So y equals, instead of this x, I'm going to write -2.
Y equals 1.
-2 plus 3. And what does that equal?
Y equals 1.
1. And I'm putting a 1 right there. What does that make my ordered pair?
Oh, I like this so much better.
What does this make my ordered pair be?
2, -1.
Yes, -2.
I like this so much better.
You like to keep things in boxes, don't you, JD?
Yeah.
-2, 1. All right? All right. So now we're going to put a 0 in. Be really careful. This is where some people messed up on their homework this next week.
Oh,
Y equals, when I put a 0 in for x, I'm going to have 0. This area changes. This x area changes. 0 plus
Done.
3. What is 0 plus 3? 3.
I'm done.
this is pretty easy.
I'm waiting for people to catch up. There's some people I'm still writing. It's okay.
Hey, son.
What?
All right. My ordered pair is 0 and 3. 0, 3. Ben, do you have any questions for me?
How did you arrange it like that?
Hey, how did I or why did I? I didn't hear your question.
Why did you?
Why did I? This way we have like a process to go through. I'm going to...
Whoa.
Ben, I have a -2, a 0, like I have a -2 and a 0. So what's going to go down here, Ben?
2.
Yes, okay. 2. And the reason I organize it like this is because that's the input. This is the input. I'm going to do the work, and this is my output. Then I have my ordered pairs on the outsides. So, Ben, we have y equals, up here it says y equals x plus 3. Instead of the x, what am I going to put this time? Whatever's in this x column.
So 2.
Yes, so 2. So I'm going to put a 2 plus 3. Are you with me so far, Ben? So the x changes every time. And we're inputting an x because that's my independent variable. My y depends on this. It's changing also. What's my y value going to be? 5. Very good. So my ordered pair is going to be
1, 3, and 5.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 and 5.
well, I have a 2. Yes, 1, 3, and 5 are all my y values. 1, 3, 5. That's right. And my ordered pair for this one is 2, 5. Yes. All right. This is where infinity comes in. Are you ready? All right. This is where infinity comes in. So you have the ordered pairs on your board. I wonder if there's a pattern with the ordered pairs, -2, 1, 0, 3,
Well, any
5,
number
2,
you put in
5.
It's going to have an outcome.
One more time.
Any number you put in is going to have an outcome.
Yes, and there's an infinite number of them. So what if there's a pattern? So you just learned what to do with those ordered pairs a couple lessons ago. We just did it
You
today.
just make them pairs and you can put those in a line.
We're going to put those in a graph and see if there's a pattern. So this is what I'm going to do.
2 every time.
So I want you to do this on your board somewhere. Make a little graph thing, and I want you to see if maybe on the back. Maybe on the back if you don't have room. Don't erase. Just turn it over. Make an X and Y axis, and let's see if there's some kind of pattern that this -2, 1, 0, 3, and 2, 5 make. Mm-hmm.
I notice how you just in the pattern you just add 2 to each number.
Oh, he noticed here there's a pattern. Not even graphing it. He noticed that right here I'm just adding 2 to each one of them right there.
On both.
On both. Oh, and on this one too. Okay. So I'm going to graph them with you. You go ahead and graph them. On your marks, get set, go. On the back of your board, I've got the ordered pairs right there. I'm going to graph them and you're going to graph them. Zero, 3 and 2, 5. You gentlemen will use graph paper whenever you graph. Your textbook, whether it's in the very back that you photocopy the graph paper, or on your assignment book inside the workbook, it has graph paper already. Mine, since it's graph paper, is going to be able to see better that there is a pattern. This is not a coincidence. We did not get a triangle. We got something. We got something significant. What shape did we get?
A line.
Now,
They have in the line.
if I would have picked a 1 instead of a 2, I'm going to just tell you that it would have been in here. Oops.
So any number that goes in there.
Any one I would have picked would have been on this area of the line. So what you're going to do, gentlemen, now, to graph the infinite amount of them, you are going to use a straight edge. Now, gentlemen, most of you have a calculator that looks something like this, but a little bit different. You have something that's a straight edge built into your calculator. I want you to watch this. Those of you on the video will not be able to see this. I'm going to have to show it somewhere different. On the back of your calculator, you have a door. This right here is a wonderful straight edge that works really well on your paper. Caution, gentlemen, put it back when you're done because your batteries will fall out and then you can't use your calculator. Or get yourself a ruler that you'll keep with you all the time. But if you lose your rulers, this is going to be with you, all right? I want your lines to be straight with straight edges, not with your little wiggly hand. So you're going to get out a straight edge. How many brought your calculators with you? Go ahead and get it out and use the door of your calculator.
Did they do that on purpose?
I don't know if they did that on purpose. One year, one of my students, he was doing that on his paper because he didn't have a ruler, and I was like, that's brilliant! And ever since I've been using it. So I didn't even come up with it. All right, so you're going to get a ruler, and you're going to draw the line. Oh, what in the world?
Wait, what on my calculator?
Okay, the door of your calculator is a straight edge.
Yeah.
When you draw your straight lines for homework,
Oh, so if you knew
you're not going to get your hand out and freehand it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crisp, sharp, beautiful line. Mine is going to be from, oops, I can't do that now. Here we go. Now, the trick, though, is that once you draw your line, you're not done.
You have to keep going.
How do I make it keep going forever? For infinity. This is the infinity part.
You put arrows on it.
You put arrows on it.
Otherwise, it's on
This is how you graph this is how we find all the solutions to that equation is on a line. You have now just found the infinite solutions for this equation. All right? Woo! Infinity happens today. At least for this room.
I made this with my hands. Next, we figure out how to give ourselves an infinite amount of money.
All right. Now, this is what you did. These are the steps in your book. Are you ready? You find how many ordered pairs? How many?
Infinite.
No, at first, the ones you have to find 3 exact ordered pairs. They're probably going to give the numbers to you at first. Then you're going to graph those 3 ordered pairs on a coordinate system. What happens if you get a triangle and not a line? You did something wrong. What if you only graphed 2 dots? Would you know you did something wrong? Let's talk about that really quick. I'm going to get...
You need to do 3.
Really quick. If I did these 2 and one of them is wrong, can I draw a line through that?
Yeah.
Even if I did this one, can I draw a line through that?
Yeah.
Okay, now, any 2 points I can draw a line, but 3 of them will confirm that it's a straight line. If I accidentally got one over there, you knew something was wrong and you had a triangle. So you need 3 of them to draw your line. Back up. And back up. All right, the last one is you're going to draw your line through your points with a straight edge, something crisp and clean.
I'll use the whiteboard.
You do, and if you have your calculator back, okay, that's fine. You're going to draw a crisp, nice one, but how are you going to make sure we know it's going to infinity?
Lines.
You're going to put arrows on the ends. All right, we're going to do number 2 together on your homework. Number 2, because number 2 is a little bit different than number 1. It actually has the graph paper for you there. I'm suggesting you have your little box here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You have your little box here.
Zach probably not making the box.
That was a suggestion for. If you like the box, then use it. Last week I didn't give you any kind of process, and I liked this one better. I've done the first order pair. Make sure I'm right. 2, -1 is what I have. I didn't make sure I got it right.
I'm done.
Did I get the first order pair correct, JD?
Yes.
I did? You have 2, 4. I have 2, -1. Did I do something wrong?
I think so.
No, I should have 2, -2. -2, I think. Zach, did I get it wrong or right?
You got it right on the first one?
The first one, 2, -2?
That's right.
That's right? I love it when we put 0 in. 0 is so beautiful. It makes that X just totally go away.
I thought it was 4.
Yeah, me and I still think it's 4, but...
Okay, so if I'm gonna get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of this line right now for a quick minute. And I'm going to solve it. I'm going to subtract the 2 over. Are you with me? I'll have -2y equals +4.
Oh, it is -2.
Okay? You see? I just did all the work in my head instead. That's why we had to know how to solve the equations.
Yeah.
And, gentlemen, the process, you can do this if you want. You can leave and make your thing be really long and actually solve it in there. And I'll take my 0 out and move it. Now I'm going to make my line be down here for the 0.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's negative.
6 divided by -2.
So now I'm going to do 0. 0 is beautiful. I'll have 0 minus 2y equals 6. And when I put a 0 in, I actually don't even look at it. The 0 is really not there. If I keep the 0 there, but if I take it out, then I have this, and it's easy to solve really fast. Does that make sense, Einstein, when I put a 0 in? I can show it,
Oh, I see now.
or
Yeah,
I can take it out.
You get negative 15.
It's 1. I just
Ask me a question,
I went to
Ashton.
the 5.
Are you on that part yet? Are you on the 0 part yet?
1.
I am. I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay, so you understand we're putting it in the place of the x, right? I'm going to show it. That's what it really looks like, correct? Well, I could just take it out, because that 0 there is not helping me. And then what is negative 2y equals 6? What does y equal?
Y would be negative 3.
Very good. So then negative 3 goes here.
Okay.
I got it now. Is this? Yeah, I got it.
Now, I'm going to put in 4. Oh, that's true. That's I do. Okay. So I'm going to put in a negative 4 here. And I'm going to have negative 4 minus 2y equals 6. I'm going to add the 4 to both sides. And I'm going to have negative 2y equals 10.
Yeah, I got it now. Wait, it equals 10?
Right.
It's not negative 4.
Oh, it's positive 4. Oh, you're right. So I'm going to positive 4. So I'm going to subtract net 4 on both sides.
That wouldn't make sense on the right.
Then I'm going to subtract over here, and this is not going to be 10. It's going to be 2.
Yeah.
And then y will equal how much?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. All right, now we're going to hope that my ordered pairs make a line. They do?
They do.
I mean, I did it.
If it's not a line, if it's a triangle, you did something wrong. This is actually kind of self-checking.
But I didn't have the graphic.
Are we ready to go on, Ben? I want to make sure before we go, did you get the same numbers as I did?
I did.
Okay. All right. And then Zach did too.
Zach.
Ashton, are you ready for me to move on? Aiden, how are you doing? I'll come back and help you. All right, here we go. We're going to go 2 comma negative 2. Let's do my 2 comma negative 2. 1, 2, negative 2. Did I draw? No, not. Let's do right here. 2 comma negative 2 is right there. 0 comma negative 3 is right 1, 2 there. And 4 comma 1, negative 1. 4 comma negative 1. Did I get a straight line?
Yeah.
If you, at this point, if you don't have a straight line on your paper, that means your math previously was wrong, and you can go check it and figure out what you did wrong. Now, do I just freehand this line?
Oh.
No, you get a ruler.
Well, I didn't have the.
You get a ruler out.
I don't have a graph paper though, so it didn't really matter.
You get a ruler
I
out.
do like a graph paper. That is one. How are you
And
gonna
then-
do graphs without paper?
I guess I.
Graph paper in the back
Oh,
of
that's
the
so nice. I can.
Get it drawn.
Nice thing is I can actually. I have arrows to put on mine. Except it kind of looks funny if I don't do it right. Okay, there we go. Got my arrows to go forever and ever. You have now done infinity. The graph paper, I'm going to repeat again about your graph paper. The people with a textbook, your graph paper is in the back of your book. You can photocopy it so you
What if I
can.
use like my own graph
You
paper?
could use your own graph paper. They've already got it all nice and made for you, but it's up to you. If you want to use your graph paper, I don't mind that at all.
I have some at home.
Good. And then the rest of you have it in your books. All right, we are finished. You now know how to graph equations with 2 variables, and you now have the infinite solutions. It's not as bad as you guys were thinking. Have a great week.
Hey.
Maybe.